this over just a little bit there. And I got that going there. And hey, all right, let's start the show. Are you ready? I'm ready. There we go. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Wednesday Drive, brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. They are always helping me do things. We got a good show for you. Scotty Layseth is going to be on here real quick. A matter of fact, I think I'm just going to call him up right now. Let me see if I can dial him up. Andrew's over there running the controls, and let me see if I can get here. Hang on, I got to find Scott's stuff. What did I do with Scott's stuff? Here we go. All right, let's. Nope, I don't want to do that. Now you got me all messed up.
I'm so sorry about that.
I'm just telling you,
You
man.
know,
Too many shows in one day.
It happens.
I'm just telling you. There we go. I got Scott going. Let me turn the phone on. Ding, ring a dingy. It's Scotty Layseth. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'm glad you said that because we're live on the air right now. I need to tell you that. So, hey, tell everybody hi on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. What's up, y'all? Did I just lose my? I just lost my mouse. There we go. Man, I just had Kyle Crawford on the other show. He loves you.
Kyle's a good guy.
I'm telling you, he sings your praises.
Kyle and I go way back. And I love his products. I do stuff all the time.
Did you? Hey, Fish and Dave. Hi, Susan. Good to see you on Facebook Live. Good to see everybody. Andrew's here if you want to take a look. Did you see that new sharpener they just got best award at the Blade Show?
I saw that. I don't have the unit yet, but I saw that they won the award. And they're always winning awards.
They are. I mean, they make sharpening for an idiot like me so much easier. I'm telling you.
Well, and, you know, I travel a lot, and we produce a lot of TV shows. That the gift that I leave people that I know would appreciate, one of the gifts that I leave with the people that we work with is a work sharpener of some sort, whether it's a field sharpener or any of the sharpness that they have for your shop, for your kitchen, for your wherever. Everybody appreciates the work sharpener.
No, you're right about that. I do the same thing when I go to outfitters and stuff. So, hey, I'm so proud of you. The Fishmonger show is awesome. I think you guys do such a great job with that. Dead Meat, doing good. Stacy's doing great with the Sporting Chef. You got your fingers or tentacles and everything, man.
Well, and we have another series, Ranch America, also. So we have 4 series on Outdoor Channel now.
I didn't know about that. What's that?
Ranch America is about, the Fishmonger show is all about what the American commercial fishermen have to go through in order to put fish on our dinner tables, and it's not really a level playing field with the international guys. And so we thought, based on the success of Fishmonger and the popularity of shows like Yellowstone, we said, why not do one about what it takes to put beef on American dinner tables? So right now we're shooting our 2nd season of Ranch America, and that will air mid-March next year. So we currently have 4 series on Outdoor Channel, and a lot of them run on Sportsman Channel also.
That's exciting. I like that.
We've gone from small farms, and it's kind of I've learned a lot. I am not a cowboy, and I know that's going to come as a big surprise to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the rest of our show, I was looking for the host for the Ranch America show, and I met this guy, River Flax. So he's even got a name like a cowboy. James River. He's got 80 head up in the Sierra foothills here in California. He's also he's a classically trained chef and owns 2 restaurants, loves horses. He sells beef. So there's nothing he'd rather do than get on a horse and work all day long. We've gone from Cheyenne Frontier Days to regenerative farms. Coming up, we're going to the next season. We're in North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, and Colorado.
Yeah, that's exciting. So what's the best thing you've ate on this one?
You know, Pete Monteith's beef, a ranch, the Deshmaker Ranch in Lewistown, Montana. Fourth generation. The families where people think that the people that are running these giant ranches, they think it's Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And it's basically whatever family members are available to work. These Pete Monteith's beef, they have a double layer of muscle. They look like sumo wrestlers.
Wow.
But the muscle is really, really soft and tender like Wagyu beef. And, I've learned a lot about cows and putting your arm up a cow's butt and doing all the things that you got to do. It was kind of funny. The host of the show, he had the sleeve on, and he was doing a pregnancy check, and he had his arm up the cow's butt, and then when he pulled the sleeve off, he got a little dookie on his hand, and he didn't realize it, and then he ran his hand through his hair.
Oh no!
And, so that made the show too. You don't want to cut that out, right? That's gold.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to eat that. That's probably a little different.
Well, but it's just in his hair, so it's anyway.
Okay. All right. You were killing me on the lobster thing on the fishmonger when you got the. It was like a bad episode of Bob's Burgers, man. They had that lobster fest thing. That looked. I was so hungry by the time that was over, Scott.
And I wasn't on that shoot because we've kind of had to split up and we've got different crews shooting different shows. But the people that were on that shoot said, I don't think I can ever eat another lobster roll. Have you ever heard anybody say that?
No, but they looked amazing.
No, they just got so much lobster. And if you watch the show, I mean, Johnny Shucks, the guy who was doing the lobsters there, we met him at the Boston Seafood Show.
Yeah.
And it's just an ungodly amount of lobster. Well, what's happening with the lobster guys in Maine is they're blaming the lobstermen for any death of the right whales, and they're trying to close a lot of the fishing grounds off that coast, in the New Jersey coast, because of the wind turbines.
Right.
And nobody's paying attention to the damage that the wind turbines do to the ocean floor when you're putting them in there, and the vibrations and what it does to the birds, and how the fishermen have to work around those. But, to some people, wind energy has to be good. There can't be anything wrong with it. But the guys in Maine are getting that heck kicked out of them because of the whale issue. They're blaming the lobstermen that are very, very conscious of sustainability. Nobody wants to catch the last lobster, right?
Right.
And yet these wind turbine people, they have a lot more money than the lobstermen. Most of the people that are catching lobsters in Maine, it's a mom and pop deal. It's not these giant corporations getting lots of lobsters. It's small families, small groups going out and getting lobsters and selling it to the larger guys. But there are people trying to destroy their livelihood in Maine.
Yeah, that's just awful. I quit talking politics like 4 or 5 years ago on the show, and it's so hard for me to not to say anything. But stuff like that, Scott, just drives me up a wall.
Well, yeah, the division is getting wider.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about politics on my show either, but it does come up from time to time in the Maine. I really feel strongly about what's going on in Maine and what those guys are up against.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. So, how's Dead Meat doing? Anything strange to eat since I talked to you last time?
Well, the new season starts December 4th, I think.
Yeah.
All of our stuff is on Monday nights on Outdoor Channel. So when one is over, the next one kind of falls into place there. We just got done shooting Dead Meat in Argentina and Uruguay. We were there for 32 days and shot the whole next season in Argentina and Uruguay. And I was there with my buddy Kevin Phillips. His family owns the Michael David Winery. He lived there in Uruguay with his family all last year. He wants to develop wine in Uruguay and ship it to the U.S. And so it was great. He set up all the hunts.
Go out
fishing.
there on the app and see if you can hear everything
got,
okay.
Red stag, axis deer. Actually, it's a big groundhog raccoon with whiskers looking thing called a fiscacha.
Yeah.
And they've got these, like a prairie dog town with all the holes and the tunnels and all that. But the thing about them is they taste really good. They look like a groundhog, and we've done groundhog on Dead Meat, but they taste more like rabbit.
Really?
And they're really good. You shoot them at night with spotlights. If you don't shoot them in the head, they just kind of crawl back into the hole, and then the coyotes and the foxes eat them. But they're really good. We shot parakeets. So this is how they do it. This is how rednecks do it in Uruguay. They ride around in the back of the pickup. We were sitting on a cooler on the back of a pickup, driving around shooting parakeets as they flew over. Now, there's people that just heard that and said, "Oh my God, I can't believe they killed parakeets." But these are not the parakeets in your cage. They are everywhere. They put in eucalyptus groves in Uruguay for wind and wood and whatever. And that brought in a gazillion parakeets. They are screeching everywhere. And they taste just like doves. I mean, we're not going to shoot them just to shoot them. We're going to shoot them and eat them. And I know you've heard about South American dove hunting. Well, on one of the hunts, picture 2 over and unders in 2 hours, and giving, we're taking breaks in between. The guns get so hot, they stop working. So you got to swap out guns. Two guys shot 3 cases of shells in 2 hours, and that's taking breaks and sitting there and just going, what in the heck? At any given time, there were 100 doves within gun range.
Wow.
I know.
You got to.
I've never seen anything like it.
Well, a lot of those things you got to switch the guns out. Or they got gun caddies out there and they switch them out for you, right?
They have. I mean, you kind of have to. You can't, like when we did a pigeon hunt. There's a guy there that's reloading our guns, and I guess that's what I don't need that, but that's kind of what they do there. But the other gun, the gun would get so hot, even the stock would be too hot. Not just the barrel, but the stock would be too hot to hold on to.
Wow, that's crazy. 5:14 and some change here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. We're visiting with Scott Layseth. Scott, hang on. I got to hit a real quick break. I'll be right back in 3 minutes. You all right?
You got it.
All right, we'll be right back.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your
Hey,
home
everybody.
is the
Good
right
to see you.
temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues?
Standard,
a Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Hey students, are you into shooting sports Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University has a shooting sports program that, if you qualify, will give you a guaranteed rate for your whole education while on the shooting team. That means your cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size.
Hey, Scott.
With
Hey,
the
Richard.
feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance your education and love to shoot, why not shoot for a college program that has produced countless All-Americans and has a winning record of 4 times national champion? Grandview Shooting Sports athletes will have your ammo, uniforms, travel, and education covered in your scholarship. If you like to shoot for the stars and push yourself, Grandview University wants to talk with you. For more information, check them out at gvvikings.com.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
All right, welcome back to the Wednesday Drive. My guest is my friend Scott Layseth from I can't list all the shows now. He's a mogul. What do they call that? A mogul? A mogul?
I'm trying to work less. It's just not working out just yet.
This is coming from the guy that told me he was going to retire 5 years ago.
Hasn't worked out just yet, but when you get to do stuff, I feel very fortunate that I get to do this kind of thing I read about, right? We're doing the same thing. When we were growing up, reading Field and Stream and Outdoor Life and looking at these guys shooting incredible animals and fishing, I always just dreamed about it. Now I get to do it. So I feel like, and you got to feel the same way. I mean, you got to feel like we're lucky we get to do these kind of things.
I've known you for 20-something years. I have told you that I am living proof that mediocrity can succeed.
I got into the University of Arizona with a 2.75 grade point average. Now, I don't know that you can get into any school with that anymore, but I got a degree in psychology. What do you do with that?
I don't know. I don't even have a college degree. I was in the Navy. So, hey.
Well, I've never used mine. So.
Yeah, well, there you go. And hey, kids, I'm just telling you, school's not always there. And don't get mad at me, Mom and Dad, but I'm just telling you, there's a lot of great jobs out there that you don't have to go to college for anymore. And I've been trying to talk my kid into being an electrician or a plumber. They're screaming for people, Scott.
My son just went, last summer he graduated from lineman school.
Yeah.
He left California, which is what I said, please get out of California. So that's a victory. He's now living in Alabama, got a great job as a lineman with a Fortune 500 company, and he could not be happier. Here's a kid that if you were looking for him when he was a kid, he'd be up in a tree somewhere. We didn't have video games here. When he was 18, I think we finally let him have one.
Yeah.
But I know he was playing it at his friend's house, and we were the old parents that didn't have TVs in the car or video games or any of that kind of crap. And Mike Rowe has an incredible program. Mike Rowe from the Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
About, you don't need to go to college. There's so many opportunities out there for people that want to get into the trades, and it's unfortunate when I went to high school, you know, we had metal shop and auto shop and all that, and they got none of that anymore. I mean, not in California anyway.
No, it's pretty. It's waning all over. Hey, I got to ask you, man. I know we've talked about this over the years. The squirrels. Are you going back to that squirrel competition this fall?
You know, I'm not, but it was a really incredible deal. So if you're anywhere near Bentonville, Arkansas,
Yeah.
in September, so the story behind it is for the World Champion Squirrel Cook-Off. Not Dirty Jobs, Bizarre Foods was coming to Bentonville, Arkansas. And so they were talking to the Bentonville people saying, hey, who should we talk to in town? Who were some of the people? And they said, you need to go see Joe Wilson. So they're talking. Joe Wilson's just kind of he's a contractor, builder there in Bentonville, but he also does a lot of fun things too. And as he was talking to him, he said, oh yeah, we've got the world's largest squirrel cook-off here in Bentonville.
Right.
And he made the whole thing up. And the Bizarre Foods people said, well, you know, we'll be back for that. And so he went, oh, crap. So then he realized he had to put together the world's champion squirrel cook-off, and it has since ballooned. It's free. At least it was when we were there.
Yeah.
We were there a few years ago. There were cooking teams. There was a team from the Netherlands coming over there to cook squirrel. And there's free music. If you're anywhere near Bentonville, and you can find World Champion Squirrel Cook-Off, just Google it, it'll show up. It's a great event. Joe Wilson, the promoter, the guy that put it all together, it hasn't gone away. I think it probably left during the pandemic for a little while, but it's back. It's got new sponsors, and it was always free before, but you know, there's lots of different ways to cook squirrel.
No, I love fried squirrel, squirrel and dumplings, squirrel and noodles, barbecued squirrel, grilled squirrel. I grew up on squirrel, man.
Right. How about barbecued? How about pulled squirrel with coleslaw on top in a sandwich?
No,
that
sounds great. The only thing I can't do is when I first went on I think my first or second radio show I ever did 26 years ago. Oh, I had a game warden as a co-host, and he goes, I got something for you to try on the air, and he brought in squirrel heads, fried squirrel heads, and I said, Gordon, I'm not going to eat that, and he made me eat it on the air, and I haven't done it since, but it's a delicacy, man. I just have never gotten into that, Scott.
Well, and you know, I've talked to a few doctors who said, don't eat squirrel brains.
Right. No, they do the cheeks and the tongue, and it's like, that's just not for me, man. I'm sorry.
But if you're thinking you want to have some fun with your buddies, don't eat the squirrel's brains. It's a chronic wasting thing, or whatever it is. There's something going on with brains, just like your brains and everything. I think it might be chronic wasting, but I could be wrong. But,
no, it's all right.
Don't eat squirrel brains.
Yeah, that's not good. So, how's Dead Meat's doing well, and everything's you're busy.
I'm busy. You know, it was going to South America for 32 days. You know, that was kind of an experiment to see if we could go one place. You know, we didn't spend more than 4 nights in any one location. We were catching golden dorado with piranha. As it turns out, our hoot to catch, and we're catching big piranha.
Where was it? Where was that at?
In Argentina.
Argentina.
We were catching Argentina. We caught the snot out of the piranha, and it's, you know, you're fishing for these golden dorado, and a lot of times it's when you get the golden dorado to the boat, they've been gnawed on by the piranha on the way in. The guide he's got a great video. He pulled up a catfish, and on that catfish were about 6 piranha that were eating their way through it. It's kind of weird. We saw cows walking across shallow water, and we're thinking, oh boy.
Yeah.
If it's going to be like the movies, right? Those cows are going to be, you know, ground beef or whatever. But you can hold a piranha, and we flattened a beer can, and the piranha chewed through the beer can.
Oh, that's crazy.
But they're fun to catch. We made piranha empanadas.
Oh, there you go. That sounds good.
Stream side.
Yeah.
You know, you can put anything in pastry and fry it,
Yeah.
and it's going to taste good. So,
Yeah, I like my bluegill without teeth. Thank you.
well, we didn't eat the teeth, but I mean, they do have very prominent, very sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Don't put your finger in their mouth.
Oh no, that's not good. Mike says buffalo tongue is something special.
Any kind of tongue is good.
Yeah,
People that haven't tried tongue need to try it. We've done deer tongue tacos in Alaska, and on the Ranch America show, we've had some tongue. So I'm all about it.
Yeah, there you go. If you got a bison you need shooting with a bow and arrow, you call me. I'll come up and do that one with you.
Well, we've got Melissa Bachman.
Oh, I do. She's a great gal.
She is.
Yeah.
And she's her husband, I think, is Lakota. He's a game warden in South Dakota.
Uh-huh.
But she's got a hookup. I'm trying to get her to do a dead meat show with me. There's a Lakota Indian gal there that cooks an entire meal in a bison's stomach.
Really?
And I want to go do that, but Melissa said all she's got her line on right now is high fence bison, and she has no interest in shooting a high fence bison. She wants a fair chase bison. Nobody, right? I mean,
yeah, I don't. Yeah, no.
Fence.
Yeah, I don't
want to do that either.
Yeah, I've never hunted a high fence. Ain't going to. Not if someone wants to do that. God bless them. Just not for me. Roger Wild, how you doing in New York? Good to see you. Hey Rick, good to see you. Grandpa would make us boil beef tongue sandwiches. I've had beef tongue. It's not bad.
Right. Now, have you hunted nilgai down in South Texas?
I have no idea what you just said.
Nilgai is an Asian antelope that they had. I'm sure they brought them over like the King Ranch or something like that. And eventually they got out, and there's about 35,000 of them in South Texas, and they're not high fence. They're free ranging.
Uh-huh.
And you hunt them at night with thermal scopes. We did that on the last dead meat season, and they're delicious. For a big animal, they are really, really good to eat.
I'm glad you're doing. I'm just glad that you're having fun. I just makes my whole day knowing that you're having all this fun. Hey, we got 2 minutes. This show goes quick because it's only half an hour. If where can people see what the latest episode's at, and if they want to keep up with your activities? Are you ever coming back to Des Moines ever?
Well, sure. I've got my good buddy Charlie Schaefer lives there.
Yeah.
And he's over in Adair. His shop is over in Adair, but he lives in Des Moines.
Yeah.
We get around. I mean, I'm trying to travel less. That's my goal.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years, but of course I'll get back to Des Moines. I got to see Charlie.
Yeah. Well, I want to see you.
Best way to find out about what's going on with all of our shows is go to sportingchef.com, and that's where all the recipes are. Outdoor channel will list the times for Sporting Chef, Dead Meat, Ranch America, and Fishmonger. Fishmonger is airing currently Monday nights at probably 8:30 your time, I think, 8:30 p.m.
Okay. That sounds good.
Fishmonger, I'm loving. We've got the next, you saw Lobster, I think, then we go to Virginia, and we're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, so. Tommy does a good job with it. I really enjoy watching that show.
Tommy's a good friend, worked with him for years in a consumer show. That's how we met, and the show has done really, really well. Yeah,
you should be proud of that. Are you still doing your writing for the waterfowl and stuff?
I do. Cooking editor for Ducks Unlimited magazine and a few other magazines. I'm trying to fade into the distance.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a distant memory. It's just not.
Well,
don't. Not there yet.
Yeah, we don't want you to fade yet. You still got to teach people about brining and high mountain seasoning brines and all that other stuff.
There's lots of people cooking fish and game now.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. We need you. We need you, Scotty.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
That's all right. All right, buddy. Listen, you go make some tacos or empanadas on something or whatever. Yeah. Thanks for doing Thanks. Are you going to be? Can we get you back on before Christmas?
Sure. I'll be around.
Okay. I'll send you some dates. Let me know, and I'll get you on the other show. We can spend 45 minutes with you.
Very good.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Scotty.
Amen.
There he goes, Scott Layseth. What a good guy right there. Good, fine feller. That is going to wrap it up for us. We are out of here. Andrew has got to go. He's been here for like 5 hours. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back on at 7 o'clock. We're going to be talking ghosts tonight. I got a really good author who's been chasing ghosts in lighthouse and pubs and all that other fun stuff. So I'll see you at 7 o'clock. Thank you, guys. Have a nice evening, and may the floss be with you. I'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.